At my dad's birthday dinner, he pointed his fork at me and said, "Your $7,000 monthly income now goes toward your brother's mortgage. That's the family decision." My brother smirked like it was already signed. I just whispered, "Noted." I stood up and walked out. That night, I shut down every payment they lived on. By morning, their utilities failed, their cards declined, and the group chat exploded in panic. My name is Charles. I am 34 years old, and if there is one thing I have learned about being the dependable child, it is this. People stop seeing you as a person. They see you as a solution, a safety net, a wallet that never closes. I grew up in a house where my older brother Jeremy was a star. He played varsity football. He dated the homecoming queen. He got into a decent college on a partial scholarship that my parents topped up without hesitation. I was the kid who fixed the router, tutored my sister through algebra, and picked up extra shifts at the campus library to cover my own textbooks. Nobody cheered when I graduated summa cum laude. Jeremy had just gotten engaged, and that was the event of the year. My graduation dinner was at a chain restaurant. Jeremy's engagement party was at the country club. By the time I turned 25, I had built a career in tech consulting. I was good at it, better than good. I worked for myself, managed enterprise clients, and scaled my income quietly. My family never asked what I did for work. They assumed I made decent money, maybe $50,000 or $60,000 a year. They had no idea I was pulling in over $300,000 annually. And by my 30th birthday, I had crossed into seven figures with contract bonuses and equity stakes. I never corrected them. I just kept working, kept saving, and kept my head down. I let them believe whatever made them comfortable. When Jeremy bought his first house 6 years ago, my parents threw a party. They called everyone. They posted pictures. They talked about how proud they were. I remember standing in the kitchen that day holding a beer I did not want. While my mother hugged Jeremy and said he was proof that hard work pays off, I smiled. I always smiled. I stood there in my clearance rack shirt while Jeremy wore designer jeans and a watch I knew cost more than my monthly rent. The contrast was not lost on me. It never was. What they did not know was that Jeremy's down payment came from me. He had called me 3 months earlier, panicked. His credit score was in the low 600s. His fiancée had student debt. The bank wanted 20% down and he only had 12. He asked if I could help just this once. He would pay me back. He promised. He said I would be saving his future. He made it sound urgent, desperate. I wired him $48,000. He never mentioned it again. Not at the closing. Not at the party. Not ever. It was like the money had materialized from thin air. After that, it became a pattern. My mother needed help with property taxes. My father's truck broke down and the repair bill was $6,200. My sister Anna wanted to go to grad school but could not get enough loans. Every time they called me, every time I helped, and every time they acted like it was temporary, like I was just the backup plan,